What's going on? It's your boy CANMKING, back with another Music Getting Sound. It's a feeling show episode. Today I thought I'd switch things up and review an album that I've never heard before. I decided to go with Cardi B's Am I the Drama? This is her second studio album, which was released on the 19th of September 2025. So this is fresh off the cuts. So yeah, I hope for the hip hop heads you were able to check out the Blue and Exile review that I did in depthly last week. If not, check the video out. But yeah, let's get going with this one. So the first record is called Dead, featuring Summer Walker. I felt that Summer Walker's presence was a big standout on this record, especially it being the intro of the album. It definitely brought that energy. I'd say that Cardi B was bopping on this track. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Really good energy. We know Cardi B's always got that type of energy, you know what I mean? And I feel like the beat slaps as well. It's something that you can ride out to. And I love the cinematic outro of this track at the end. I felt that that was really good. So definitely, I feel like the intro, it came through. The next record was Hello. I enjoyed the intro to this record. The feel had me thinking of like a trap rapper who would jump out on this type of record. So Gucci Man came to mind, Young Jeezy came to mind. I felt like if she had added one of them onto this track, it would have brought it to another level, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of hard-hitting beats with that trap feel, so that already piqued my interest out the gate. The next record is Magnet. I'd say that's another banging ass beat. I still felt with this track as well, because both these songs were solo tracks by Cardi. I still think she could have brought another rapper, rap type rapper, to help bring up the ante a bit more for this record. For me, in my opinion, I felt Juicy J would suit this track Magnet. Probably because of his energy and the way the music production is. If I didn't say this record is called Magnet. And yeah, that's my vibe and feel with that. The next track is Pick It Up, featuring Selena Gomez. I felt like Selena Gomez, she really fits Snuck on this record. I love it when there's a major artist and the label is actually putting together the right people to be on the record, because sometimes there's been countless cases where a project could be major, have all the big budget, but then when it has the added features and stuff, it can fall flat. I felt like this one, it definitely stood up, which was a good thing. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed Selena Gomez's vocals. It suits really well with the music production. Also, I felt the chorus was really cute with the fusion of both Cardi and Selena singing together. So that song was really good. I enjoyed that song. The next record is Imaginary Players. For me, out the gate, this track had a 90s bop to me. I don't know if it's maybe the sample that they're using for this particular track, but it had a really unique throwback feel. And I felt that it's the kind of record you could cruise around with while you're driving with your hoopty, with your car. You know what I mean? That's pretty good. I also really enjoyed the bass line for this record. If it's live, that's exceptionally grandeur. If not, even if it was just keyed in by a MIDI keyboard, it still pulled it off for me. I'm also, while I'm a fan of the music, like in terms of raps and MCing and singing, because I have a music production background, my ears tend to lead more to, what type of sound did they use here, or what did they do over there? It piqued my ears and it made it stand out in that aspect. The next record is Bodega Baddie. This joint had me laughing out the gate. I'm not even gonna front, because the energy was as if someone was taking a hit of white to me. That's what came to mind as soon as I heard it. It's like someone that's just taken something and then their energy has just gone up tenfold. It definitely exerts that type of energy. I also thought this joint was something that Ice Spice would rap on. It had her type of feel to it. And I think it's because of the bloody hook thing, the term baddie, baddie, baddie every minute. Is just, you know, Ice Spice can't stop saying that. It's like it's stuck in my head now. So that was the vibe I got with that particular record. The next track was Salute. Again, I love the music production on this track. And I said to myself, like, while I was listening to this track particularly, this felt like a song Offset could have easily been on and killed. Like, it felt like an Offset type, Migos type beat that they would slaughter. Literally, the term is spill and spit with ease, you know what I mean? And it definitely exerts another trap type feel. So for that, it was cool. The next record is Safe, featuring Kalani. Again, this is another feature that really just fits really well. I don't know who was the one managing this aspect of putting together the album, the executive producer per se. Whoever it was, I feel like they did really good again with the picking with Kalani. I feel like Kalani hits the track really smooth and cool on this cut, and it helps to make the album feel more full, but in a great way, in a strong way. So yeah, the next track was Man of Your Word, featuring Dougie F. I felt that the vocals for me were mixed as if it was like Bryson Tiller and Don Toliver. That ain't a bad thing. It made the track catch my ear, really. Like, it perked up in a good way. And I felt the engineer did really good with the vocals for the Dougie F featured act again. That did really, really, really good. He sounded really good on this. Sounded wonderful. Also, I love the sound of the steel pan that plays throughout this record. It just added a really good feel, overall tone to the track. And it was not in a way that made it boring in any way. It kept me captivated, it kept me in tune, it kept me wanting to listen all the way through. So that to me is the sign of a good record. Also, I felt Cardi B on this particular track, she sounded really authentic, she sounded natural, and she sounded really sincere, almost to a point of like sentimental, in a sentimental aspect. And that just made this record a really good record to me. Probably one of the tracks that I enjoyed the most so far off the album. I personally feel she should have stayed off the hook with this one. I felt her bars and stuff was just enough. I don't think she even needed to be added to that part. Dougie F did it already, but to each their own. That's just my personal opinion. The next track is What's Going On with Lizzo. I feel like up until this point, with all the features that we've heard thus far, this track was probably my least favorite. I can't fake the funk, so that's all I'm gonna say on that track. The next song was Shower Tears featuring Summer Walker. Man, bruh, Miss Walker killing all her features. She ain't playing no games. She came to kill it, and she did just that. I feel amazing. Like, Summer Walker, I'm hearing little things through the wind that like people feel that she's a bit underrated and that she doesn't get enough love for the talent that she brings. But she murked this track, man. She put it in a casket. You know what I mean? So I gotta give props when it's due. On this particular track as well, I feel like Cardi B is getting the vibes and feels off her chest on this with some of the things that she's saying on this record. So if you really want to hear what Cardi B's coming with and what she's been dealing with, she definitely expresses a lot of that on this record. So check out that track. The next song is Outside. For me, this was NA. So when I say NA, this means not applicable. This means this bop just wasn't for me. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. The next track was Pretty and Petty. The music production for this one really felt like a West Coast feel, which my ears really liked and enjoyed. I really liked the hook on this. I felt Cardi was popping it on this one. It is what it is, you know what I mean? And she definitely rode the joint the right way. So kudos to her with regards to that. Better Than You featuring Cash Cobain. The music production is a beat banger. This track slaps. I like the sample that's swerving in the background of the beat too, just bobbing in and out. That made me like it that bit more. I also like the hook on this track too. It's simple, but it gets to the point, and I enjoyed that element about this track. And Cash Cobain, he did his thing. He did his thing. Like I like the fact that at the end of the record, the beat kind of drops out and Cash Cobain kind of takes over. It's like his vocal is more so the instrument as opposed to the beat that was there when Cardi was hitting it, and it just added a unique dimension. I think the beat also speeds up for Cash Cobain at this point, so I felt that dynamic was really good. It was a great shift to the track. The next record is On My Back, featuring Lil D's. I love this sample out the gate because this is a sample that I've heard touched by many artists, including myself. It's just a great record. Pardon me for not actually remembering or finding out what the actual sample is, but I know a lot of people are already familiar with the sample on this song. Also, the featured artist here I've never heard of, being Lil Dis. I'm allowed to say, pardon me if I'm butchering your name, but I felt she sounds really good. Like another great feature added on the album, man. Great record. The next track is Time. I said this was a nice trap beat, and it gives off a anthemic type feel. It's like amps you up, gets you up, it kind of uplifts you, gets you doing what you need to be doing. Solid cut. Check Please is the next record. I really enjoyed the broken piano sound vibes in this. I felt that it sounded quite demented, and I mean that in a good way. It makes the track feel more peculiar, and it made my ears perk up. So again, like I said, I'm a sucker for high quality music production, and when somebody does a sound that goes against the general consensus of how people normally do sounds, I feel like they're on another plane. They're already on another level. They're doing something different. They're doing something really good. So I have to give props to the music producer or producers for that record. The next track is Principle, featuring Janet Jackson. For this track, I enjoyed some parts of the beat, but for the most part, it's an NA for me with this one. It's not applicable, so I'm gonna leave that one at that. The next track is Trophies. I feel the music production on this got like a weird mental out of this world aspect that I can respect. Again, I like things that sound odd and different, so that part was cool to me. I think the main sound that caught my attention was the lead that's moving in and out of the record. It grabbed my attention by ear. So shout outs to the producer for that too. The next record is Nice Guy featuring Tyler. Not applicable. This song wasn't for me, so that's that. The next track is Killing You Hoes. I felt up until this part, and this is like the album winding down, I felt the vocals for this particular record was super clean. It's like the engineer added that polish that just made Cardi B sound amazing. And for me, this song was like a light bop with a bounce. But for some reason, I don't know why, the vocal just sounded amazing on this track to me. I don't know what the engineer did, but he did his thing. Outstanding work. I see why he's probably paid a lot of money. Great mix in there. The next track is Up Most people who are a fan of Cardi B already know this record, so I would classify this as a past pop hit. So I'm not really going to say much on that. It's already done the numbers, it's already did great. What more is there really to it's not really new, is it? It's a past record. And likewise with WAP featuring Megan Thee Stallion, probably one of Cardi B's most iconic records, but I still classify this as a past pop hit too, so it is what it is. The last track that I heard, I think it may be some type of bonus record in certain parts, I'm not too sure. It's called Don't Do Too Much. I felt the vibe of this record was really cute for Cardi B. It just sounded like a Cardi B record, and that's not, that's a good thing. Like, it sounds like her element where she sounds like herself and she sounds like she's at home. So the track is super bouncy, and I feel that corresponds with her personality and characteristics. But yeah, that's the conclusion of Cardi B Am I the Drama review. I hope you enjoy some of the vibe and talks that we've had with getting my vibe and opinion on this. Let me know how the album made you feel. Did you enjoy this album? Let me know in the comments. Wherever you see clips for the Music Ain't a Sound, It's a Feeling show, let me know your vibes, man. Let me know what's going on. But stay tuned for next Monday's release. I think the plan right now is Mondays I'll be doing more so throwback albums, EPs, mixtapes, whatever that I felt really stood the test of time. You'll be getting reviews from those. And also now on Fridays I'm gonna be testing this new format with doing more up-to-date music releases. Just testing the waters. This is my experimental phase while I'm on the YouTubes. So yeah, man, thank you for watching, checking my stuff. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment. Right now I'm resting at 26 subscribers. Gotta try and get them numbers up, so you know what I mean. Subscribe if you're feeling the vibe with me, CANMKING, and stay tuned for the next episode. Take care. Peace.
Follow me for more reviews. Peace.